Hello and welcome to Soap in the Studio. I'm Son of a Preacher, and today we are working out what went a bit wrong with my March EP. What went well, what went wrong, and how we got on with it. So let's dive in. Right, so this is obviously my Trello board, which has got all my tracks in for the March EP. So this I've been working on for about a month, and you've got I got tracks here. I think, was it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 track ideas. And I've whittled them down to about 2, which I could possibly release. And so what we'll do is have a listen to what made it to, not the final cut, but kind of what made it to the end of the process, and the reasons why, and what went wrong with the other ones. Because, you can get to the end of the process and go, I don't know if I like it or if I can be bothered to even fix it. So I think, because a lot of these were just very quick ideas. I mean, I think this one was just a loop. I mean, that's just very. I mean, yeah, that was just an idea. It didn't even get anywhere. So listen. Yeah. That's it. Didn't get any further than that, really. It didn't float my boat, or I probably ran out of time because I was trying to do each stage of the process in like 1 week chunks. So that didn't make the cut. But what did? Let's have a look. So these 2 are finished, but I didn't want to work on them anymore. So let's have a listen of these. So this track is about freedom. Just pretty generic. It's about being free. So what emotions do you have about being free? Where you've got, happy, free, proud, restricted is like a kind of contrasting emotion. So what I did with these is that I didn't actually put in the emotions early in the process. So it was more like I had a pre-chosen purpose, but not the emotions with the sections. And I think this caused a bit of trouble because I spread out the sections, as you can see here. I spread out the sections pretty quickly. And the reason I did this is, yes, I didn't want to get stuck in the loop, but it was a case of I wanted to hear each section kind of in context on its own. But then there's the danger of, well, you've created a sort of arrangement, which you can always fix, of course. But you can see if it's a bad loop, like 8 bars, 16 bars long, you could just be extending very bad loops. So even if you were happy with the end process, you could have lots of loops which just do not float your boat at all. And I think that's what happened with all of these tracks. Because I was trying to move quickly because I only had a week on each stage, but the quality of the actual loop itself, didn't even. It was okay, but if I, once I got to the end, the end stage, then there were so many problems that I would have to go back and fix them. Now, that's fine if the track is good enough on its own, if it has the purpose, if it meets the emotion. But in these examples, it just didn't cut it. So this is a track called, Freeze Me. It's about freedom. We'll have a listen. So I like the melody. It's a free sense, freedom emotion. Fair enough. I mean, even the drums. They're just a bit boring. And that's because I did put some time and effort into them, but I think only in one bar or two bar length loops. So they were great on their own, but if you extend that to 4, 16, 18 bars, the listener, as well as me, is going to get quite bored of that. And so I thought, I'll fix that later. So this was one of the problems that I came up against. I sometimes don't know how I came up with these ideas. Or adding things like that arpeggiated string in the background is absolute carnage. I don't know what's it doing. It's just a mess. So unsurprisingly, this didn't make the cut. So that was just one idea. I think I got down to about 4 ideas through the process, which I was interested in finishing. Getting to a draft arrangement, so extend it out fully and then decide if it's got enough legs to it to actually want to continue to release, like polish and stuff. That was one example. The other one is called Time and Again, which is about the voice inside your head, which holds you back. So in this instance, I don't think I did have a couple of emotions, but not enough. I mean, I knew what the track was about, of course, but I don't think I thought about what is the emotion behind these feelings, or the voice behind your head. Are you annoyed at it? Are you frustrated at it? And if that is the emotion, how can I put that into music? How can I do it with the notes? How can I do it with the sounds? The timbre of the instrument, and just all the way it's sung, if it's a vocal. There's a lot of things that just come into place, and you've got to think about if you want things to kind of marry up. Otherwise, you're thinking it doesn't work and you don't know why. So, yeah, this was another one called Time and Again. And let's have a listen. Usual intro. There's the bass line. It won't go away. I don't mind the vocals on this. I hate the feelings I feel for you. So that was 2 lines. So you kind of naturally think, oh, there's going to be another 2 lines before some kind of change. I didn't think of that, and went straight into a kind of weird section, as you'll hear. Why don't you love me? While you're here, I know you can be. You hate me, and I love you. I'd say, I didn't want to. Originally, I thought I want to, write songs, write lyrics, etc. But in this instance, I wanted to test out what was the purpose about, and what would I sing about, if that's the purpose. So all these vocals are actually just sung like jamming, freestyling, improvising. So I'm happy with them, but if we're going to go down the route of, what the emotion of it is. This song's about I think it's got love, it's got hate. You know, the elements have got to portray that. Otherwise, it just doesn't fit. You know, so there's a lot to think about. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. While you're here, I know you can be. You hate me, and I love you. So I put a telephone effect on that, so it sounds like I'm on the telephone. On my vocal. While you're here, I know you can be. That whirring in the background doesn't change across the whole track. An emotion is emotion, things moving through time. Doesn't even change. There's a lack of tension and release. It just happens. It's just there were so many problems that, you know, this was about love and hate, and everything sounds like laid back and just completely the opposite of what I was trying to kind of portray in terms of the emotions and the purpose of the track. So much wrong with it. I was like, I don't even want to fix it. I don't even think it's that good, or I don't want to put the time in to try and fix it. So that's another one which just didn't make the cut. The two that did make the cut is one's about how I felt about money. So that's the overarching purpose. And then the sections are how I felt. So you can love money, you can hate money, you got yearning for money. So there's different sections which represent all these emotions about the overall purpose, about money, in essence. So let's have a listen to this. This was slightly better. I hate you. I hate you. But on days like today, I love you. That's why I love you on days like today. Nice. The flow. The flow of the track is also a problem because, as I explained earlier, I extended out the sections so they don't really flow within each other. It's just carnage. It just sounds like this is an 8-block, this is an 8-bar loop, this is another one, and it's just like Lego blocks, but they don't fit together. It can be fixed. I will come up, you know, that is a problem. I will fix it. It's just, yeah, the song's got to be worth it to go back and to do it, to fix it. Bit of guitars there. I love you. That's why I love you on days like today. I love you. That's why the drums are okay. I love you. I mean, yeah, like the original idea comes back in, but where's the shift from the love, hate, yearning? There wasn't a lot of tension in releasing this track. There still isn't. So that's another thing I need to fix. But there's enough there to want to fix. I just think I need some time away from it to get new perspective. Because bear in mind, I have been working on these tracks for about a month. So to go from 14 tracks down to 2, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the end of the world. Because you're going to make some. You've got to make some rubbish to make some good stuff. So that is one that I think is worth continuing with. And I think the best one was this one about negative emotions or tendencies, basically bad habits coming back. Emotions in this: disappointment, sad, frustrated, stuff like that. But once again, I didn't put these at the forefront of my mind at the beginning, and I extended the sections quite quickly. So once again, the drums aren't as interesting as they could be. And yeah, well, let's just have a listen. You found me again. A lot more emotional because you've got chords. You found me now. Piano chords. Nice. Filtered, moving atmospheres. So that's an emotion. That's like a... That's nice movement. You keep on coming, always the same. You keep on coming back to me. You keep on coming, always the same. You keep on coming back to me. You keep on coming, you keep on coming. You keep on coming, you keep on coming. You keep on coming, you keep on coming. So much more going on. You keep on coming, you keep on coming. You keep coming back to me. I don't know how, but you're back. See, the vocals are sung in a different way, which are a bit more energetic, different emotion to them, rather than how I sing them normally. So not only is that contrast, but it's more to do with the actual emotions of the sections. So it just fits a lot better, and obviously it's different to what we've heard before. So it's so much better done this way. You keep coming back to me. I don't know how, but you're back. You keep on coming, always the same. And we're back down again. You keep on coming back to me. You found me again. You found me now. So there we go. That is the one. That's definitely the best one by Country Mile. There is an emotional arc to that. There's the beginning, which is very similar to the end, but it's like you're coming back, you're disappointed, and then you kind of get more and more angry as they're coming back. and then they're kind of falling away again. So that is an emotional arc. It makes more sense. The parts are in relation to what the emotion's supposed to be, so they make more sense. They sound better, they sound different, they sound more contrasting, they flow a bit better. So there's lots of good things about that, which makes more sense. Whereas the other ones were just kind of, that was less blocky. That felt like less of a block. There was a better flow between the sections. The emotional arc made sense, and the parts made sense, and how they were played or how they reacted. So that one was definitely the better one. It might end up being the only track. So that is the end of the March EP. I've learnt a lot. I've tried some different things, lower BPM. But yeah, I think there's lots of things to learn. Will I release them? I don't know. I need some time off from them to get some perspective. But yeah, let me know which one you preferred in the comments. And obviously, like, subscribe and all that. And if you want to hear more of those tracks, you'll find them on my Patreon. So you'll see that in the links below the video. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.